What was your secret? Tell us. What was your secret in coming into a country? Was it where you weren't welcome, you weren't discovered, the idea of the prices that you were wanting to charge or charging was extraordinary in terms of the American market. You never gave up. You were unrelenting. Did you go after the restaurant market? Did you go after the retail market? How did you accomplish acceptance in America when we didn't know you existed, we weren't looking for you, we didn't need you, we didn't want you?
I believe, I believe that
You can whisper in my ear, they don't have to hear.
I was lucky because I had a father that taught me to be different, try to be different, and was not easy. And all over my life, I tried to, for example, I always refused to put the nose in the glass. I never described the wines. And this sometimes was misunderstood. But I prefer to talk about the heritage that is outside the glass. There are no other beverages that has so deep roots in humanity, in history, in religion, in tradition, in landscape. Wine is so rich, incredible. And I prefer instead, because I am not able to describe the wine. So I prefer to talk about what is outside the glass. And sometimes I was not understood because of that, but for me was important. And even the following the restaurants, my father taught me that the premium wines, the best place to introduce to drink premium wines are restaurants, absolutely. And even for me, I like people that have this kind of approach, buying the bottle, paying off, drinking, and piss it out. So, not keeping the bottles in the cellar and waiting for what? For waiting that the wine will become more expensive and finally to be able to resell and so on. No, drink it.
Yeah.
Have the.
So 2 days ago, I interviewed Bill Harlan, who is the fifth of my 5 interviews, so I'm done. And during the interview, something came up that I'm going to speak of that I don't know if most people in this room know, and it's to really lead into the question I have for you. So in 1981, the Wine Spectator did a Grand Award wine weekend, and out in California, there was a wine weekend called the California Wine Experience. Our event was very successful because we had the Wine Spectator behind it. Their event was a flop because it wasn't motivated properly. They did it to sell hotel rooms as opposed to bring together people to celebrate the joys of wine and food. When it was all over, Robert Mondavi called me and asked me to come to California. It was very important. He put me in a room with Richard Swig, who owned the Fairmont, the mayor of San Francisco, Robert Mondavi, and like 8 or 10 other heavyweights, and told me I had to take over the wine experience. I thought he was crazy. I went back to New York. I discussed with all my key people. Some of them were still here. They went around the table, and everyone said, don't do it. You don't need it. It's a problem. It's a mistake. And to make a long story short, in part because of Robert Mondavi and his faith in me, I did it. Now, the reason I bring that all up, because here we are 43 years later, is that I know that Robert Mondavi had a huge impact on your life, as he has on mine, as he has on many other people, and he's not here anymore. I'd like you to share what Robert Mondavi meant to you and how it changed your life.
When every time that I had the chance of meeting him was always a surprise, and the chance for me to learn in his vision. He was the outspoken of California wines in the world, and in a time that the California wines were unknown. So how is precious people like him. And you remember even Len Evans, when he was here, and was another one from Australia, when Australia was so far that nobody knew about the most prestigious wines. So how are important people, some producers that are able to speak not only about their wines, but for the wines of their country, of their regions, and so on. And the Mondavi was unique in this, absolutely unique.
You know, Mondavi did a joint venture with Opus One, with Mouton.
Yes.
I never saw your joint venture. Did I miss it?
No. I believe that his son, I don't know that, but he asked me to do a joint venture together. And I was not as good as him, and I was not as capable as him. And even he had in mind to become bigger, and being able in producing high quality wines, even in volume, absolutely. But was not my capacity. And when he proposed to me, I was reluctant. At the end, I said that I was unable, and I know that I did a mistake. But after that, this was 88, 89. But after that, I started trying to discover, to be outside from Piedmont, and I went to Tuscany, in Montalcino first, and in Bolgheri secondary. And recently, with the family, we had a joint venture on Etna mountains. So trying to explore and so on. But the chance of doing something in some other country, and an operation and so on, small as we like, and having with the people, joining people that have a passion and so on, maybe that my children will have the chance. We have to leave them to do something, you know? We don't not.
Yeah, I think it's appropriate. Give them a chance to do something. Yeah. But, you know, you're supposed to be retired, right?
Sorry?
You're supposed to be, aren't you retired?
No. No, sorry.
You told me in the interview, wait, you told me in the interview you're down to 10 hours a day, 7 days a week.
I am in good shape. I can work. I am very happy. Of course, the age is going on. And the going on, we are losing something. I have a friend of mine, the name is Luciano, and he is 95 years old. In his life, he had always a lot of beautiful, intelligent women around. Fantastic. So I met him 6 months ago, and I liked him. Do you still like women? And he told me, oh, yes, but I don't remember why. So this is... But I am only 84. I am only 84. So when you ask me why how I could be recognized in this, I believe that like the majority of wine producers, I believe that the people recognize that we do work with the passion. Passion is important. It's not passion for money. It's passion for, you have passion in what you do. And you were successful because of that. And I believe that for me, even for us, and I try to transfer and to tell my children that they have even able, when they speak people and so on, to transfer their passion. Passion is, you know, if it arrives a crisis, there are people that left and they try to do another job, something different, and so on. But who has passion in our job, in our work, stay there, doesn't move. So you can compare the crisis to the rain. The passion is like a windscreen wiper. It doesn't stop the rain, but it gives the chance to go on and on. So this, the fact of being recognized like people that does what he does with passion and so on is important. And behind, I would like to be able, and I hope my children will do the same, in our wine. It's not possible to produce the wine, the best producer in the world, the best wine in the world. We have not, we don't pretend to do something like that. But I believe that what in our brand, when people is approaching the wines from Gaia and our company and so on, to give them a kind of guarantee that we are back, that we try to do our work in the best possible way, that we give original wines that can give back I heard this morning a lot of producers talking about the sense of place. I believe that for us it's important to produce wines that have not an international taste, but that they have a taste coming specifically from an area. We are very close about that for us.
So, with that stimulating conclusion, I will conclude where I started and say how much I love you and what a great honor and privilege it is to be with you so you can share your story.
It was my privilege. Please let me say thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you.